Hello and welcome back to Sunrise Tarot. My name is Leah and today we're doing a reading, or I'm doing a reading, for the sign of Gemini for the 2 weeks in July, July 15th through the 31st, the second part of July, the last 2 weeks of July. Gemini, you definitely have quite a bit of a spread in front of you. I just want to mention that I've already meditated on the cards and I've already shuffled the cards. Also, please remember this is a general reading. There may be some parts that do not resonate with you. Please take the parts that do resonate and leave the rest behind. You may also want to check out your other signs. So in the past position, we have the Lovers. In the obstacle, we've got the Ace of Swords, Death in the present, and Queen of Cups in the future or outcome position. So let's see, we've got the Lovers, which is a card of a strong relationship. You have two people depicted on this card. You have a woman standing by a tree with apple and a snake. You got a man standing by a tree with 12 kind of little fires, which symbolize 12 signs of the zodiac. And of course, Archangel Raphael actually is overlooking the two people, and there's the sun. So it's a card of love. It's a card of union. It's a card of a partnership, maybe. But it suggests it could also, be a card of communication. This is your card, beautiful Gemini. Absolutely love Gemini. My sister is a Gemini, so always wonder how this spread turns out. But Geminis are really good at communicating. And so this card is also a card, the Lovers is a card of communication. It could be a card of opposing forces as well, sort of duality, night and day. And we also have the Seven of Swords as a clarifier here. And the person here is kind of sneaking away with the Five Swords. Swords can represent words, and maybe this person is sneaking away without explaining something. It could be that this person has had enough, but this person is definitely doing something. I mean, it's a bit of a kind of a deceit. It's reminiscent to me a little bit, a card of a deceit card. So when you look at these two in combination, it suggests that maybe you had a wonderful relationship in the past that taught you a lot. But I think it means that you kind of thinking maybe of a past lover that that relationship maybe didn't end well and that person left. This could also be you leaving. And I mean, the Seven of Swords is a card of disloyalty. It's a card of betrayal. But on the other side of disloyalty and betrayal, you have personal liberation. You may be free from a person that you used to love very much in your past. This card is a Gemini card, and it's about a romantic relationship being foundation of your identity. So you definitely feel very much rooted in your connection with a loving person. But clearly there was something that did not end well. Maybe you chose to walk away from a relationship. Maybe it is the other person that chose to walk from a relationship, and maybe they didn't do it super nicely. Maybe you didn't do it super nicely. Maybe you just reached a level where, you said enough. not going to work. But it's definitely a decision that you made or someone made to leave this romantic partnership. And it could also be a partnership at work. Love comes in different forms. It doesn't have to be between necessarily a man and a woman. It could be, that your friendship with someone has come to its natural end. And maybe there was, love doesn't have to be sexual. It can be like affectionate, it can be warm, kind of where you feel understood, or the other person, feels understood. So there's this basis for this basis for the rest of the spread, and that is, I clearly think that you learned something. And we all do when we have a relationship, in which we invest quite a bit. So the negative position is a bit of a challenge we've got. Ace of Swords and the Tower. The Tower, I'll just jump right to it, because sometimes people get scared of the Tower. And on top of that, you've got Death. These are major arcana cards. Lovers is a major arcana card. That's how I know that the relationship that you were involved in it was quite powerful, and you felt quite, I mean, it was basically the definition of you, which, a lot of times I remind people that, while it's extremely important to be in a loving relationship, you also have to stand alone as an individual. But, we've got the Tower and Death in this spread, but we also have the Star as well. The Tower and Death are there's something coming your way that is going to be drastic. Difficult times are coming. I don't think they're going to be bad, as we always, when we think about difficult times, we make them out to be much worse because our imagination is pretty vivid. But I think that in this negative combination, basically, it's that you're your worst enemy. You're the person who is kind of like, should I go this way or should I go that way? Should I do this or should I do that? It's you not being able to make a decision. It's you being your destructive, sabotaging, force in your own life. So the problem here is you. And so maybe a little bit of a reflection, a little bit of a meditation would maybe solve that. But the Ace of Swords is a card of logic and reason. So when it appears, and it's also a card of new beginnings, when this card appears in the negative position, it suggests that you're not being logical and that you're not being reasonable. And the Tower normally suggests massive change, volatile change, because, this is really profound transformation, and maybe it's happening inside of you. Maybe it's someone next to you who's experiencing volatile transformation, and it is clearly clouding your reasoning. It's clearly affecting you in a disorienting way, but you're having trouble moving forward. This is what this card suggests. You may have conflicting thoughts, opposing thoughts, well, I want to do this, but I need to do that. There could be hostility, there could be arguments, especially with the Tower in the clarifying position. That is a good thing that it's in the clarifying position, because it suggests to me that you're being impacted not in a super direct way. You are kind of seeing this Tower situation unfold, but I don't think you're right in the center of it. So that should give you a little bit of relief. And it's the Ace of Swords is definitely making wrong decisions. And watch what you say during the period of July 15th through the 31st, because this to me suggests that you're not communicating well. The swords are a card of communication, and Gemini, your power is communication. So maybe it's a good thing to just sort of kind of go in a corner and sit and wait this period out a little bit, or maybe, have a mini vacation, do something nice, relaxing, rejuvenating, to kind of don't try and solve, major problems if you can. If you cannot, of course, meditating and making sure that you use relaxation techniques is definitely something that would help you through this period. We also have Death in the present position and the Page of Cups in the clarifying position, which is wonderful. Page of Cups is a very positive, very optimistic card, and in this particular situation, in this particular spread, it could be someone you're meeting that is romantic. You're coming across someone, but what I really think, this is good news that are on the way. So Death is a card of ending. You don't have a choice here. The event, you have no power to stop. This event, you have no power to prevent. This card is impossible to fight. Death is death, and it's coming and it's ending. Could be ending in your professional sphere, in your home sphere. It could be ending, it's not good. It's not good. It's a bad card. It could also be transformation of the way you are thinking. Maybe you are adapting a little bit, but it's a tough spread. It's a massive change, and the good thing is that this card will be good for you, but you won't see it as good. At the end, there is a sun, and that's over here in the background, and it's coming up. Life is about a cycle. Some things are born, some things pass away. Ideas or jobs or homes, or it doesn't necessarily have to be about people. It's not really about physical death. This card is, although it may be that someone passes away, but death is never easy. It's a difficult time period that you will have. What I'm encouraged by, however, in this reading is that you've got the Page of Cups and you've got the Queen of Cups, and you also have the Lovers here. So there is a little bit of nurturing energy, caring energy, affectionate energy that is around you. And the Queen of Cups here can mean a friend. It could mean a mother, a wife, a sister, a daughter. It could be someone who maybe has feminine energy inside of them. It doesn't have to be a woman, and she's definitely very nurturing. And the Star, this is a wish card, but it is in the clarifying position, which suggests to me that it has a positive impact on this person, and this person is helping you. I feel there is around you supportive energy. If there's no one like physically around you, then the supportive energy is coming from people that are perhaps in heaven, perhaps from the divine. We know that there is Archangel Raphael in this reading, so there are angels around. It's important to ask for help. It's important to speak to the divine. It's important to speak to the spirit, and ask for help to get through tough situations. Tough situations make us stronger. Death is only possible because life is possible. Death cannot exist without life. So it's one of those things that, it's like a bill or something. You can enjoy nice things, but the bill, however, is going to come. And payment is always, in life it's give and take. Every action has a reaction. It's every day has every night. And by the way, happy 4th of July. That was yesterday, Independence Day. I hope you celebrated safely. But there's someone here that is very nurturing, that is very supportive, who has their emotions under control, someone who is accomplished, because this person is sitting on a throne, so there may be a little bit of an authority figure as well. And of course, the star is about healing, it's about support, it's about rejuvenation. In this context, because it's a clarifying card, it does not mean that a wish will be granted to you, but it does mean that you will heal from this death. What does not kill us makes us stronger. Let's see if we can get any clarification from the energy oracle cards. I pulled 2 energy oracle cards, 2 ancestors and angel cards, and 2 messages from the universe cards. And so we will begin with the energy oracle cards, and they are the World and anxiety reversed. That's very promising, actually. So let's begin with the anxiety reversed. It says finally relief. This nightmare of a card reversed could mean one of 2 things. Either a recent problem is on its way out. It looks like it is on its way out. Causing you to feel more relaxed, or you have mastered the old habit of worry. Let me just put this back. And have freed yourself from the anxiety within. Either way, anxiety reversed is a good omen of more relaxed and peaceful times to come. I mean, this is absolutely relates to the Queen of Cups and the Star, because that's exactly what's coming your way. The support that you very much need, the nurturing, it's not like one day all of a sudden you will wake up and there will be a mob of people at your door offering everything. No, it means that you may just, one day feel a little bit easier about a problem, and then the next day, and then the next day, and before you know it, the anxiety will kind of diminish a little bit by little bit. Maintain a trusting attitude and let the difficulties and fear, which of course relate to death, thoughts fade away into the distance. The affirmation for this card is, I let go of fear and worry. I assume the best and live in peace. All is well. So this is definitely a very supportive message from the divine for you, that things will work out. The World is a card of expansion. It's a card of opening up. The man in this picture is looking out over a bay above which the beautiful sphere of the earth is rotating. This card is reminding you to expand your vision and contemplate so much more broader options. The world is wide, so there's a lot out there to consider. Sometimes, quite a few of us live our lives and we don't realize that there's a whole world out there, because we get stuck in our routine, we get stuck in taking care of our responsibilities, but there's so much more out there, and now especially every day it seems there's new opportunities, new information that's out there. Definitely, make sure that you are able to follow logic and reason and see that you can actually accomplish most of the dreams that you have, if not all. Let's see what ancestors and angels have for us as well. I mean, I feel like these two clarified an amazing amount. A broken arrow and warrior. So broken arrow, embrace the energy of peace, of course, and warrior, be fearless and stand strong. So you know what it is that you kind of want. I mean, you have a general idea. It's important to move, right in that direction. And I just want to make sure that the warrior card stands for don't back down, make your opinions heard, don't settle for second best. If you're experiencing fear at this time, know that this means whatever is going on is important to you. Every time you feel fear, acknowledge it and remember that's a wonderful thing. If you're experiencing fear, if you feel fear, that's an amazing thing. That is a wonderful thing. You are alive. You would not experience fear if you were not alive. It tells you that you are growing, that you are overcoming, that you are expanding. It's an important thing to feel fear. It gets you in touch with your own humanity. Whenever you feel fear, you are on the verge of something big, perhaps a massive breakthrough that is going to really help you move forward. If you have a situation on your hands where you have to face someone or something that's been unsettling you, know that you're being guided to call up your inner warrior. That's an amazing message, I think. Let's see, the broken arrow is a wonderful card as well, and I just want to pull the explanation for that. And it says, let go of the need to defend yourself and prepare to offer peace. You are safe. You have been exposed to a situation in which you have felt the need to protect yourself or defend what you feel is right. Know that this is now coming to an end. With the arrival of the broken arrow card, you're being guided to know that the energies of light are entering to wash away all the darkness. You can drop your shields and protection. You are now in a situation that will honor you and honor your needs. Arguments are ending and disagreements are being resolved. So definitely that is a very, very big, powerful moment. Make sure that you sort of surrender to the universe. Definitely, still stand your ground, but also incorporate, standing your ground does not mean that you're coming after something that you didn't earn or don't deserve or something, but letting emotions flow through you. Peace is a very powerful emotion, and it definitely brings the world and shows opportunities that you might not otherwise see if you're fighting or arguing all the time. Let's see what the two messages from the universe are. And it says, I do whatever it takes to get closer to consciousness, and true healing occurs when I give myself permission to feel whatever feelings live below the triggers. So, this is just reiterates basically what I just said, is letting your feelings see the light of day, because when you suppress emotions, you get big, huge, big problems. Very important not to suppress emotions. It doesn't mean that you should show your emotions to everyone. That's why sometimes meditating in a car is better. I've known people that had difficult times at work, and so they would drive to work, sit in the car before they walk in, or difficult times at home where they would drive home and sit in the car and kind of gather their thoughts, kind of calm down a little bit before they would into their home, because people that are around you deserve to have the best version of you, just like you deserve to have the best version of you. So make sure not to suppress emotions. When you're telling yourself you can't feel anger or you can't feel resentment or something like that, that's a dangerous road to be on. I do whatever it takes to get closer to consciousness. So that just kind of reiterates what I just said also. Make sure you meditate. Make sure at least, if you don't want to meditate or if it's not something you enjoy, make sure to kind of pay attention to the thoughts that are going through your head. Are they nice to yourself? Are those thoughts nice to you? Are those thoughts nice to others? It's important to open your mind, in your mind, open those doors and windows and let the air kind of and sunlight come in. Anyway, this is your reading, beautiful Gemini, for the last 2 weeks of July, July 15th through the 31st. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. Also, please feel free to leave any comments, because I enjoy reading feedback, all feedback, and I always, I think, respond as well. And please remember that I will be doing monthly August videos towards the end of next week, so make sure to check back for that. And I hope again you enjoyed this reading, and if you did, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Thank you.